everyone. Thank you so much for coming today. I'm Michael Hofmann. I think everyone knows me here, but I'm the Mayor's Aide, and I'm very pleased to start this ceremony by welcoming Mayor Kamal Johnson to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And now we were going to have you speak, if you would like to. Come right back up.
So, as you can see, this is a lot different than 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was coming in, the youngest, first African American. There was a lot of excitement. I couldn't sleep the night before. I was tossing and turning like a kid getting ready for Christmas. And a month later, into the job, we ran into COVID. And everything literally changed from then. And here we are, 2 years later. I want to thank our amazing team, all of our commissioners who are getting sworn in today. You guys have rolled with the punches. You guys have had to maneuver so many different regulations and protocols and everything else. I want to thank Michael Kamidas, who I started this journey with. Congrats to him on his new job. He's actually overseas, which is ironic because when we got sworn in last year, he was overseas. So I also want to thank Michael Hofmann, who's been, my right hand. He came in, hit the ground running, which I knew he would, which is the reason why he was the only choice to fill that role. You're somebody who's taken the job very serious. People are really getting to know you now, and I'm proud of the work that you've done and that we've been able to do together. So I just want to say, in front of our colleagues here, you are greatly appreciated. I want to thank our Common Council President. He worked hard. It's been an interesting year where we receive a lot of shots in this job. No matter what Tom does, it falls back on me too. But I've been proud to see you lead. We've pulled off some of the most amazing initiatives the city has seen in such a short time. So I'm happy that you're joining us again as our Common Council President. I think you definitely take the job serious and you want what's best for our constituents. Our Police Commissioner and Chief, I know you guys were worried when I came in. No one knew really what to expect. There's a lot of rumors flying around that we wouldn't have a police force or I was just going to be super hard on policing. But I think we've grown to have a partnership and really fill out what's best for the city. The regulations that I was able to create and implement with you guys' help over the past 2 years have been beneficial already, and there's so much more that we need to do and so much farther that we need to grow, but I'm happy that I get to grow it with the team that we have and the officers that we have as well. Our fire department, these guys, they do it for free. They're rushing up and down the streets every night. It seems like there's always a life-threatening danger, and they're there, and they support our city, and I feel proud that every time I get to walk through the streets, people say to me, you guys have the best fire force, around, and they represent our city to the fullest. Our DPW, all of our people that manage the sewer and the water and the streets and the parks. I'm so thankful for all of you. I'm also thankful that, we didn't panic when COVID hit and everybody else was asking us to furlough and lay people off, and not one single person lost their job or missed a check during my time here. And we're going to keep it that way. And we're going to prioritize people, and we're going to prioritize the most important resources in our city. And that's the way it's always going to be as long as I'm the mayor. going forward, there's a lot to be done. We accomplished a lot on climate this year, but I would like to see us look more into solar, just not at North Bay. I'm gonna talk to Tom about that. But I think there's other alternatives. I think what we've done in housing has been tremendous. Passing a pilot with 140 plus new apartments at a time where everyone felt like we needed to talk about it more, except for the people that were being evicted from their homes. I think hiring Michelle Tullo, who's here as well, was a blessing for us. Someone who also hit the ground running. We're a very young team. It's weird me being the oldest of the team. But that energy and coming in and starting from ground zero and building up has been everything that we needed to get to where we are today, with so much more to go. And I know it seems like you move an inch and it's not enough, but you've done so much, and we're so appreciative to have you. And so much more to go. Front Street Park will be done in March, finally. We've been waiting for years for it to get started, for it to be ADA compliant. That's something that we wanted to make sure was done in my time. Ferry Street Bridge, which is always controversy, that will be done this year as well. So there's a lot more to come, a lot of ribbon cutting to happen, and of course, we'll take the complaints and everything that comes with it. For anybody I missed or forgot, our youth department, which is, my heart, the reason why I got into politics, what you guys have been able to do to take the department from something that was being underfunded, falling apart, to a program that's thriving, and now has been dealing with the effects of COVID and trying to, help our young people, and still being able to do that in so many different ways. We're greatly appreciated. So Maija, thank you and the team for, all of that work that you guys do, and we'll continue to support the youth center. It's going to be on the forefront, no matter what the newspapers write. We're going to make sure that our kids are thriving. Our committee members, all of our boards, you guys are probably the most controversial, but I appreciate all the work, because you guys don't get paid to do this, but yet you still take it serious, you take the punches, you do the research, you put your all into it, and it's definitely appreciated. We're going to have our first female black chair of the planning board, Theresa Joyner, who's here today, which I'm excited about. We're all about diversity and making history in this administration, and so much more to come. We started this journey 2 years ago, not knowing what to expect, and kind of seeing everything in front of us. And now we know what to expect, and I'm only that much more hungrier and ready. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mayor. Now we will proceed with the swearing in. I shouldn't have had you go back to your seat right here first up again. So Tracy, if you would, thank you.
All right, where do you want me?
Raise your right hand and you'll repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Kamal Johnson,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support the Constitution of the United States
to support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of mayor
the duties of mayor
of the City of Hudson
of the City of Hudson
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my
There
ability.
you go again.
This wasn't on the entire time. Maybe that's a little bit better. Thank you. Next up is Common Council President Tom DePietro.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Thomas DePietro,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support the Constitution of the United
to
States
support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of President of the Common Council
the duties of President of the Common Council
of the City of Hudson
City of Hudson
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Hi, welcome everyone.
Yes.
Next up is Mayor Commissioner Reed.
Maija,
Okay. Right there. Please raise your right hand and you'll repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Maija,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support the Constitution of the United States
to support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties
the duties
of Commissioner of Youth of the City of Hudson
of Commissioner of Youth of the City of Hudson
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Next is Shane Bauer, Commissioner of Police.
Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Shane Bauer,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support the Constitution of the United States
to support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of Commissioner of Police
the duties of Police Commissioner of Police,
of the City of Hudson
City of Hudson,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
The next one is me, so.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Michael Hofmann,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support the Constitution of the United States
to support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully
the
discharge
duties of Mayor's Aide
the duties of Mayor's Aide
of the City of Hudson
of the City of Hudson
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability. Next will be Michelle Tullo, Housing Justice Director.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear to support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and I will faithfully discharge the duties of Housing Justice Director of the City of Hudson according to the best of my ability.
And last for this cohort is Theresa Joyner, our Fair Housing Officer.
Raise your right hand and you'll repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Theresa,
Do solemnly swear to support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and I will faithfully discharge the duties of Fair Housing Officer of the City of Hudson according to the best of my ability.
So that concludes the first part of today's ceremony. We will take a few minutes for anyone who wishes to have a photography moment, and then we'll proceed with the common council. Thank you.